When a wristwatch gets stolen, you might find it reasonable to call the police. But what happens when it's the police who, allegedly, stole the watch? Well, they get a paid vacation, apparently. It is 3:30 p.m. Let's get down to business. What's going on, guys? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and today we're going to be talking about yet another installment of T3 Crime Stoppers. That's right, I'm sick of making this series, but the truth is, with the way the world is going, there's no shortage of wristwatch-related crime. And the truth is, after doing a few installments of T3 Crime Stoppers, I can recognize a trend here. It seems like expensive watches, specifically Rolexes, are becoming the target of burglaries and armed robberies. Now, today's story that we're going to be covering is from the New York Post. It's a bit of a different take on a all too familiar crime. It seems wherever you find a Rolex, you will find someone there who is willing to steal said Rolex. Moving to the New York Post, a Vermont state trooper was suspended after he allegedly swiped a Rolex watch and other valuables from an evidence room, according to authorities in court documents. Trooper Giancarlo Di Genova was placed on paid leave December 19th, 2022, over the alleged thefts from a temporary evidence storage room, state police announced last week. The missing property was seized by narcotics investigators and Burlington police on November 22nd from an arrestee, according to the Vermont Digger, citing court documents. The Vermont Digger is another, I guess, news outlet over in New England. I'm from New England. I'd never heard of them, but I'm not from Vermont. I'm from the better state next door. New Hampshire, baby! Live free or die! In addition to the gold Rolex watch, stud earrings, Apple AirPods, and a wallet were stolen, according to the court documents. Di Genova showed the Rolex to another trooper and had the watch appraised by a Burlington jeweler who reportedly told him it was worth $14,000. This is important. Remember that number. The 44-year-old state trooper allegedly told investigators he bought the watch from a cousin, but later returned it. He also told investigators he wanted to find a watch as a gift for his son's 21st birthday, according to the Vermont Digger, citing an affidavit. Police searched Di Genova's home for the missing items and seized his cell phone and a pair of possible diamond earrings. Newspaper reported, citing court documents, yada yada yada. No charges have been filed. So once I saw this article, I wanted to do a bit more digging for myself because this seemed a little bit strange, okay? And again, thank you to the few of you who sent me this article. Not surprisingly, there's some discrepancies in this guy's story. So from everything I gather, from the affidavit to some other news outlet documents, it seems like he is trying to cover his bases, but when you lie, you often don't remember the initial lie, so then you lie again, and then it never works out. And him being a state trooper, you'd think he'd know that. You see, remember that $14,000 number that I told you? He initially said he bought the watch from a cousin and got it appraised at $14,000. But then documents that I found show that another trooper named Ben Katz told his supervisors that Di Genova showed him a similar Rolex matching the description of the one that was missing, and he told Ben Katz, okay, so the bad guy, alleged bad guy, told another cop that he got that watch for around $800 online, but took it to a local jeweler, and the jeweler said it was, quote, a good quality counterfeit. So which one is it? All right, is it a $14,000 watch that you got professionally appraised that you acquired from your cousin, or was it just some counterfeit that you got appraised and you bought it for like around $800 online? See, the stories don't match up. Now, the info I could find online didn't specify any Rolex reference number, but the documents did say it was a gold Rolex. So if we are to believe that he got it appraised at $14,000 and it's a gold Rolex, I'm gonna wager that it's either a solid gold date with the bracelet, or it's like an older day date. So I don't know which one it was, but you know, gold Rolex, flashy, enticing. I guess. Now, I get it. Innocent until proven guilty. That's why I keep having to say allegedly, allegedly, allegedly he's the bad guy. Allegedly he stole it. But from what I can see, in my opinion, this is my opinion, the cop stole a gold Rolex, showed it to his buddies, right? That's why he showed it to another trooper. He got caught. He scrambled to make up a story. He made up a few stories. The stories don't line up, and now he's getting a break from work all while being paid. You gotta love it. So here's where we get kind of existential and woo-woo about it, so just bear with me. This is all very, very interesting to me, all right? Not just as a watch enthusiast, but as like a person outside looking in, right? The alleged crime itself is pretty cut and dry. There was a Rolex, it went missing. Some other person is seen with the Rolex that matches the description of the one that's missing. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. But I feel like it goes deeper than this. I feel like it comes down to the corrosive nature of temptation itself. If we're to assume that Trooper DeGeneva is a good, well-meaning man that would sacrifice himself to serve and protect his community as a law enforcement officer, is the appeal and prestige and the invocation to own a chunk of precious metal that says Rolex on it that enticing that you're willing to throw all of it away? Like your career, your freedom, your reputation, like just the mere existence of that shiny chunk of metal that says Rolex on it. You are willing to risk it all just to attain it. Is it really that desirable that the mere existence of this Rolex being in a temporary evidence room so powerful that it would corrupt an otherwise decent police officer? I mean, I guess we just chalk this up to human nature. I don't know. I'm not a sociologist. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know why people do anything, all right? I don't know why I do anything. What am I even doing now? Argue in the comment section. No, but seriously, it's just this sucks. It sucks to read. I mean, thankfully, this wasn't like one of those terrifying, like, armed robberies that we've been seeing on in the follow home robberies where people are getting hurt and killed over their jewelries or their jewelry and their valuables. But still, it just sucks to read this. Again, that's why I said at the beginning, it's a new take on an all too familiar crime. This dude didn't hold anybody up, but this thing was just sitting unattended for long enough that he saw it, he got tempted, and he took it. Allegedly. And he's a cop. I don't know. It stinks. So, T3 Crime Stoppers, sucks that I have to keep it going. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Wish I could find a Rolex in my evidence locker. I just dropped my coaster, by the way. I hate that. When you pick up your coffee and it gets stuck to the coaster and then it falls. God, my life is so hard. It's not the only thing that's hard. Oh, the hentai watches! By the way, guys, watch that episode about the hentai watches. That's right. You didn't think that I would say hentai on this channel, but I am a weeb, so not actuated by the movement. I guess it must be like somewhat of a counterweight where you move it, and if it spins fast enough, you can get like a bigger view of the erotic image. And comment in the comment section, what do you think about this story? Do you think he did it? Again, let's argue in the comment section. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman of the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.